Hey guys, how's it going? So in this tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to install PyMatGen on a Windows PC. So PyMatGen is a robust open source Python library for materials analysis, and among a few features, it can be really useful to read input files such as SIF, Gaussian, WASP, etc., and then analyze their outputs. So we'll be learning how to install it on a Windows PC. So the first thing that you're going to need is of course Python. So I have the latest version of the Python, that is 3.7.3 at the time of making this video, installed. And also I'm not really sure about it, but I suppose that PyMatGen may need a 64-bit version of Python because um, I did try to get it installed on 32-bit version, but I don't think that worked. So if you head down to, on the homepage of PyMatGen, then you can see that there are two ways to install it. So one is via Conda and the another is via pip. Now, pip installations are really easy. So if you watch my last video on Python and how to get up the, scientific computing libraries working, then I showed you guys how to install Python and pip relatively very easily. And so my first thought about installing Python was with pip. However, although it works seamlessly on a Linux Ubuntu PC, however on Windows, when I use the command pip install pymatgen, as you can see right here, so I gave the command pip install pymatgen, and then it basically tried to install it, but it ran into an error with the spglib library. So there's something wrong with it, so this method really doesn't work. So we will be now choosing the next route, that is via Conda. So to install PyMatGen via Conda, and I have tested it and it works. So you will head over to the Conda homepage and then head over to Miniconda. So you'll be downloading a Miniconda installer. So since we are on a Windows PC, we'll be downloading a 64-bit exe installer. So just go ahead and download it. And I think I'll save it and just wait for the download to complete. Okay, so here it is. So Miniconda has downloaded now, so we'll just go ahead and double click on it to install it. Just click on next here. I agree, and next, and next, and add an Conda to my path environment variable. Since they're saying it is not recommended, so I'll just go and continue with the installation. Now just wait for it to install. Okay, so once the installation is complete, just go ahead and click on next and then click on finish. And we'll just, you should have unchecked those boxes and just avoid those links, and then launch your, start menu and head over to the, let me see. So here we have an Anaconda prompt and Anaconda PowerShell prompt. So which one should we launch? I guess we'll launch the Anaconda PowerShell prompt. I don't really remember which one is the right one for the installation. Anyhow, we'll just go ahead and launch it and wait for it to work. Okay, so this is the PowerShell prompt. However, I'll also check out the Anaconda prompt. So okay, so I think we'll be using the Anaconda prompt rather than the Anaconda PowerShell prompt. So just go ahead and close that. And here we'll be, once you open that prompt, you will just run these commands. So it is as simple as just copying this command conda install channel matsci pymatgen and then just paste that here and hit on enter. So what this will do is it will install pymatgen on your PC. However, there's just one little problem. While we wait for this installation to complete, the thing about Conda is that it ships with its own Python. So it's like, if you already had Python on your PC, then it's like installing Python twice. So if you head over to the program files or wherever you install Conda, then you will notice, let me see, where is it? Anaconda. Okay, so while I'm not able to find the where conda installation took place, what we are going to do is we are going to hit on yes. So here what you can see is all the libraries that are going to be needed by PyMatGen. So all these new packages will be installed like SciPy, SymPy. However, we already did install those, but for conda these are kind of like they are not installed because it only considers its own Python. So I mean, I'll show you guys, but if I am able to find where it was installed, so let me just go ahead and do this. More and open file location and then properties and then C drive users. Okay, so it is in my users miniconda 3. All right, so that was easy. The C drive users they'll and miniconda 3, so there it is. So what you can notice here is it's almost like its own, has its own Python here, and so it's almost like its own Python installation. So whatever we are downloading now will be installed to this location, that is users, then username, then miniconda 3 lib, and then in the site packages. So whatever we are installing, so once it's installed, we'll have a folder or directory called PyMatGen here, containing the PyMatGen library. However, we have our, the Python that we have been working on is in C drive, users, del, programs, sorry, app data, local, and then programs, and then Python. So here is where we have our own Python installation. So we'll want the library to be in the lib folder and in the site packages, and I'm sorry, so we'll want a library to be here. However, it's currently being installed somewhere else. So but that is not a very big issue, because what we are going to do at the end of this whole installation is we are going to be copying all the libraries that conda is installing right now to its own location, and then we will copy all those back to here. And once we do that, it will be just like we install PyMatGen for our original Python. So that is the trick here. That is the way we will be installing PyMatGen. So we'll just now go ahead and wait for the installation to complete. Okay, so the installation of PyMatGen is finally finished using Conda. However, I did hit a little bit of hiccups, so let me just go ahead and walk you through it. So what happened was I ran the command. Let me see. All right, over here. So I ran the command that we see here, and then it asked for me to give the permission to download all these packages. So I hit yes over here. However, while downloading all those packages, we hit a hiccup in downloading Qt 5.9.7. So as you can see, it was it crashed at 68%, and then Conda basically gave me an error that the downloaded bytes did not match conda length or whatever, and that was because of that Qt package. So I ran the command once again over here, and then once again it found that the only package missing was the Qt 5.9.7, so it just went ahead and again asked me the permission, and then downloaded Qt 5.9.7, which this time downloaded and installed perfectly, and therefore the it gave me that the executing transaction and the verifying transaction is done. So now we have PyMatGen installed on our system. However, this PyMatGen was installed in a different location than our default Python installation directory. So we are going to the directory where we installed miniconda 3, and then go to lib, and then to the site packages folder, and then just go ahead and copy all the contents over here, and then come back to user, then go to app data, local, programs, let me see here, Python, lib, then site packages over here, and then just go ahead and paste all these. So the reason we are doing this is because our original Python was installed over here. However, when we installed miniconda, then installed its own version of Python as well. So whatever we package, we download using the nconda, it's going to get installed at their Python location. So we are just going to do this, and the reason we are doing it is because of course I can prove it to you that the package that we just installed, if you open the Python terminal and if you type in the command import PyMatGen, then it's gonna say, I'm sorry, um, import, then it's going to say that the module was not found. So in order to install it there, so we are doing this copy. So I'll just pause this video once again while this copying finishes, and see you again soon. Okay, so now that the copying is complete, we'll launch the Python terminal and check and see if we can now use PyMatGen or not. So we'll give the command import PyMatGen and wait for it to see. Okay, so we are receiving a few errors, and they seem to be regarding NumPy and MKL. So what I'm going to do is, so since the PyMatGen installed perfectly fine, and we also copied all the contents to the Python directory, so what we are going to do next is we are going to open the command line and try to install NumPy once again. Okay, so it says that NumPy is already installed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete NumPy from the Python installation folder. So here it is. So I'll just go ahead and delete these three directories and then try to install NumPy once again. Okay, so NumPy is now installed, so we'll come back to the Python terminal and try to import PyMatGen once again. And this time we notice some problems with the I suppose that this error could be related to the SciPy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install SciPy once again too. So I'll just come back to the Python directory and get rid of SciPy as well. So I'll get rid of SciPy here and then install it once again. SciPy. I'll have to close the Python terminal to delete it. Okay, so I'm having some trouble. I'll just reinstall it. Okay, so SciPy also is now installed, and we are continually receiving this error PyMatGen. However, I'll just open the Python terminal once again and try to import PyMatGen once again and see what do we get now. And finally, so there we are. So all we had to do was install NumPy and SciPy, along with installing PyMatGen using Anaconda and then copying all the contents over to the original Python installation. However, then you will have to reinstall SciPy and NumPy. So that's all we had to do, and now we can import PyMatGen successfully, as you can see. So that is the installation. And so if you're going to be following my tutorial to install PyMatGen and get it working on a Windows PC, however, this procedure is a whole lot of simple on Ubuntu. There you only have to install Python, then pip, and then the PyMatGen, and then everything works seamlessly. However, if you're going to install it on Windows, then you will have to follow these instructions, and then even after that you might have to reinstall certain packages such as matplotlib, SciPy, NumPy, etc. So that's it. That's how you get PyMatGen working on a Windows PC. Thanks for watching, and in case you enjoyed this tutorial, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching and have a great day.